Hey guys, Mitch with Prism Supply. Today, I'm going to walk you through the installation of our Sportster hand shift kit. I'm going to go through all the steps and how you got to put it on your bike. This kit's going to be for a 91 through 03 Evo Sportster. Basically all the 5-speed hard mount stuff. Let's get started. What you're going to need to install this as far as tools: 3/16 Allen wrench, 1/8" Allen wrench, 7/16 open end, and 1/2" open end. Again, you may need other tools to remove certain parts from your bike, but this is what you need to install it. Here's how it's going to come when you order it from us. It's going to come with all the pre-assemblies you need, as well as all the hardware. The first step in the process is to remove your shifter. We've already done it because we've installed the pedal. If you haven't done it, now is the time to remove it. The second step would be to remove the 2 Allen head bolts at about the 2 o'clock position on your case. The next step is to install the shift pivot assembly using the 2 1/4" socket bolts and lock washers. Don't forget to torque down the bolt. So when we were designing this, we knew it was going to interfere with the coil relocation bracket, but we didn't want to mess with the quality of our product just for that. If you're already running that on your bike and want to put the shifter on, you're going to have to buy another relocation bracket to move it back a couple inches, and a key relocation bracket to move it down a couple inches. The next step is to install the shift arm onto the shifter shaft. You're going to install it with the slot facing down, the engraving facing your case, using the pre-installed bolt. You're going to have to take that out, and it's going to be pre-installed with anti-seize. So there's a recess on the shifter shaft that you want to make sure you align the hole for the bolt to go through and lock everything into position. Once now, you have to torque down so that there's no movement between the spline and the shift arm. The next step is to install the shift linkage between the shift arm and the shift pivot assembly. When installing, you want the shift pivot side of the hind joint facing out and the shift arm side of the hind joint facing in. So what I like to do is make it so these 2 pins are parallel with the ground. Start from there. Once you get the shifter on, you can adjust it forward or back depending on your preference. Next step is to tighten the jam nuts. What you want to do is make sure that the hind joints stay parallel with each other. Lightly tighten them by hand and make sure nothing hits the cases. Once they're in the desired orientation, you're going to want to tighten the jam nuts down using your open end wrenches. Next step is to install any ratchet top 4-speed shifter you'd like. We're using one of our long shifters with a ball. Apply Loctite to the bolts and put them in the holes. Last step is to shift, make sure nothing hits the case, primary cover, screws, then you're good to go. If at any point this is hitting something that you don't want it to hit, this is where you make it happen, by making this shorter or longer.